hope by now, everybody dah tahu lah macam mana nak account for biological asset. If you still have issues regarding biological asset, please raise your questions. Today is the best time for you to ask questions before you sit for your test this week. Alright. Okay, now we go to question number 4. Okay, so soalan dia lebih kurang semuanya sama. See how the question being asked. Explain condition where the farm should recognize its biological asset in accordance with mfrs 141. Okay, so basically it talks about the recognition criteria. All right, so it's just how they put the question. All right, so explain the condition, how you should recognize. So meaning they're asking about the recognition criteria. So this is actually recognition criteria. All right. Okay. The entity must control the asset. There must be probable future economic benefits and the fair value. All right. Okay. Or the cost, if fair value is not known, must be measured reliably. Okay. And then you look at the question here: initial cost of the deal on 1st of January 2020. Okay. Initial cost of the deal would be, all right, on 1st of January here, this one. Okay, Mahmoud Farm is engaged in the breeding and trading beer. They prepare its financial statement the 1st December on 1st of January 21. Okay, the company owned 125 6-month-old deer. Okay, on 1st of April 2020, the company purchased another 41-year-old deer on credit, and on July 2020, 17 deer were born. No animals were disposed of or sold during the year. All right. Okay, so what is the initial cost of the deer? Okay. Let me see, what is it? 225. Okay. What is the initial cost? Is this the correct question? This is September. We'll be looking at the, wait a minute. Sick. It's the same one. Okay. Solution. Yes. 033. Okay, there's a mistake in the figure here, yeah. All right, there's a mistake here. All right, so I need to change. Okay, I thought that one was wrong, but it is wrong actually. Okay. All right, so let's go back to this again. Okay, there is a mistake in the solution given. So please adjust. I've given you the solution for this actually. Okay, but there is a mistake here. Right? Okay, because the question asks for the initial cost of the deer on 1st of January 2020. Okay, what is the initial cost? All right, if you say what is the initial cost of the deer on 1st of January, is referring to the existing animal here. All right, the one that is the 125 6-month-old deer. All right, so this should be not 225. So I was wondering where to get that one, 225. So it should be 125. All right, so 125 times 125 times 160. Okay, so if you look at the fair value less cost to sell per animal on this date, all right, referring to the 6-month-old. Okay, the figure here is 160. Okay, so 20,000. All right. Okay, so we go to the next one. Calculate the gain or loss in the fair value for the deer due to price and physical change. Okay, so all right, let's look at this here. Okay. So I think this one I need to record because there are some students who are not here today. So probably I will share this video, yeah. Okay. Okay, so we look at is it recorded? Right, we draw a timeline first. Okay, let's draw the timeline. Yeah. Okay, begin on 1st of January 20. All right. So if we are looking at the physical change, then we will have to look at the year end here. Okay, the year end. All right, and then the age of the animals. Okay, so we have on 1st of January the 6-month-old. All right, 6-month-old animal. Okay, so by the 1st, by this date, okay, we have a 6-month and it become 1.5-year-old. Okay, so we're looking at the changes. All right, in the fair value less cost to sell, yeah, fair value less cost to sell for animals between 6 and also 1.5. All right, 6 and 1.5. Okay, and the other one is 1st of April here. Okay, 1st of April, where we have a 1-year-old. All right, so by this date, the 1 year, okay, will be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 3/4. Okay, so we look at the fair values for 1 year and 1 3/4. And then we have another one that is on 1st of July. Okay, newborn. All right, so when we look at their physical change, okay, we will look at the fair value for the newborn to 6 months. All right, newborn and 6 months. Okay, and yeah, only this. All right, that is physical. We're looking at the changes. Okay, so we analyze the changes in the fair value less cost to sell for this age. All right, for the physical change. But physical will also include all right, the newborn, okay, on the date of birth, which is 1st of July. Okay, so that will be included under the physical. So if you take a look at the solution, okay, for physical, you will see it from 6 months. Okay, for the 6 months, the fair value is 220 here, all right, and 1.5, 350. All right, so 350 minus 220 times 125 animals. Okay, then we look at the change in the age for 1 year and 1 3/4. All right, so we look for 1 year, which is 280, and 1 3/4 is 370. So to calculate the gain, 370 minus 280 times 40 animals. Okay, so for the newborn and 6 months, okay, the fair value less cost to sell is 220 and 70, right? 220. Okay, there is again a mistake. Newborn, right? Newborn on 31st of 160 here. Sorry, 160 and the other one 6 months is 220. All right, so 160 and 220. There is a gain times 17. And at birth, that is on 1st of July here. All right, 70 animals. Okay, so this is how you calculate the physical change. Remember, year and changes in the age of the animals, fair value at the end of the year. Now, what about the price change? Price change, right? For price change, okay, we shall look at the animals at this age. Okay, this is the animal 6 months, 1 year, and newborn. Okay, so we will look at this and compare it with the price at the end of the year. All right, and the same with this. Okay, we compare this price with the price at the end of the year. Okay. All right, this price, the comparing price here. Okay, and this one also compared to this date. Okay, so that is price change. The age remained the same, but we look at the fair value, less cost to sell, okay, for the prices at 2 reporting dates. Okay, so let's take a look at the solution here. Okay, for the 6 month, okay, the fair value on 31st of December, 6 month, is 220. The fair value on the 1st of January for the 6 months is 160. So 220 minus 160, all right, times the number of animals. And for the 1 year, 1st December, 1 year old is 280, right? On 1st of April, okay, it's 230, so there is a gain, okay, times 40. And for the newborn, okay, 31st of December is 160, on 1st July is 70, right? So there is a gain of 90, all right, times by 17 animals. Okay, so that is how we get the gain or the loss. Yeah? So computation of the gain or loss here is very important how you calculate, because if you calculate it wrongly, then you might think it is a loss. Okay, so always start with the ending figure and minus it with the earlier figure, okay, to see whether there is an increase or decreases in the fair value. All right, so that is the total gain. And the next question is asking for the closing balance, all right, or the carry forward figure, okay, for a biological asset. Okay, so there are 2 ways to calculate it. All right, one is you calculate the balances here. Okay, you have the opening balance, all right, beside 1st of January 20 for the 6 month old, okay, which is 20,000. And then we have the one on 1st of April, the 1 year that was purchased, all right, so there are 40 of them, and on the date of the purchase, which is 1st April here, okay, 1st of April, all right, the price is 230. And the newborn on 1st of July is 70. All right, so we get their cost, okay, the cost of the purchase, right, and also the carry forward figure, okay, on beginning of the year. Then we add that with the gain, all right, we add that with the gain. Sorry, newborn ni tak termasuk because it's already in the physical, so it's only these two. All right, so we add them together. This is the balance of the biological asset at the end of the year. Another way is, okay, is by looking at the figure here at the end of this year. Okay. All right. To look at the figure here. Okay. Right. So you look at the age. Okay. 1 year, half, 1 3/4, and 6 months. All right. So you look at their fair values. Okay. When these animals are actually 1.5, 1 3/4, and 6 months. Okay. By this thing. All right. So let's take a look at the solution here. Okay. So for the 1.5. Right, you look at 1.5, okay, it's 350. Okay, for the 1 3/4, 1 3/4 is 370 times 40. For the 6 months, okay, it's 220. Okay, so you still get the same answer. All right, so are you all clear on this? So far, okay.
Okay, madam.
Yeah. Okay. Anyone who is still not sure about the computation? Anybody? Anyone not sure on the computation? No problem, no problem, yeah? Okay, all right, maybe we'll look at one more question. Okay, one more question, yeah? Okay, so we are done with this September. All right, so I really hope for the coming test, okay, you all will be able to answer, yeah, the question on biological asset. All right. Okay, salah satu lagi soalan would be February 21. Okay, we look at February 21. Okay. February. Okay, this one. Susah. Dia selalu nak lari ni. Okay, this is the solution. Okay, for question number 4. Forms of biological transformation. It's very easy lah, yeah. Okay, we look at look at D. Determine the amount of revenue from the biological assets in 2020, showing the physical and the price change. Okay. All right. So we have here animals no sale during the year been furnished with the following: a total of 3-year-old animals held on 1st of January 20. Okay, 3-year-olds here. All right, held on this date. Okay. The total number is 100. So they have 100. And then on 1st of May, there were 10 animals, all right, born in the farm. And on 1st of July 20, they purchased 20 animals, age 2 years old and also age 25. Okay. 25 animals aged 2 years old. Okay, here is 25. And here is 20. Okay, so these are the total number of animals in the farm. All right, so we are to calculate the price change. So if we look at the solution here, all right, when we talk about price change, we look at this and compare it to end of the year. All right, age remain the same. Okay, all right, so let me record again. This is for students who are not here today. All right. Okay, so this time I don't have to draw the timeline. Okay, I will just explain like this. All right, for price change, okay, the age do not change yet. So we look at 2 reporting date, age maintained. So 3 and 3. All right, 3 years old and 3 years old. Okay, so 2005 minus 2004 times 100 animals. All right, okay, 2005, 2004 times 100. And then for the newborn, okay, newborn on 1st May, newborn on 31st December. Okay, so here and here. So it will be 450 minus 400 times 10 animals. Okay, this one. And then you look at the 2-year-old. 2-year-old here and 2-year-old end of the year. So 2,125 minus 2,000 times 25. Okay. And the last one is the 2-month-old. 2 months on 1st July, 2 months old on 31st December. So 450 minus 500 times 20 animals. Okay, all right. So you don't need to draw the timeline if you don't want to. You can just do it this way. Okay, so if you are looking at the physical change, okay, physical change, then you just focus on this year. All right, end of the year. Okay, so the 3-year-old, all right, by end of the year would be 4 years old. So we look at 3 and 4. Okay, 3 and 4. So 2008 minus 2005. Yeah, times by 100 animals. All right, now the other one would be the newborn. All right, the newborn and May to May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, 8 months. All right, 8 months. So newborn and 8 months. Okay, 750 minus 450. Okay, this one times by 20 times by 10 animals. Yeah, this one. Right. Okay, and then we look at the 2-year-old. All right, the 2-year-old animal on 1st of July. Okay, so we look here, 2-year-old. All right, and by 6 months, in 6 months time, it will be 2.5. This one. So 2003 minus 2150. All right, times by 25. And the other one would be the 2-month-old. All right, 2-month-old in 6 months times will be 8. All right, 8 months. So 2 months and 8. Okay, times by 20 animals. All right, so 750 minus 550. All right, so that is the physical change, and then we include the newborn, which is this one. Okay, on the date of birth. So this 400 times by 10 animal will be the gain on the initial recognition. All right, so it's part of the physical as well. Okay, so that will be how we calculate the gain. Okay, so to get the carrying amount, you take this gain and then you plus with all the animals, okay, except newborn. Jangan masuk the newborn animal because that figure is already included in here. Otherwise, you will double count the biological asset, yeah, for the newborn, right? Or the other way is, okay, I think the more safest way is by looking at the age of the animal at the end of the year. So 3, okay, we look at 4. All right, newborn, okay, we look at 8 after 8 months. 2-year-old, okay, will be 2.5. All right, and then we have the 2-month-old, which will be 8 months. Okay, so we just multiply that by these fair values. Okay, all right, by this fair value. So you can see the fair value of 750. All right, you have a total 8-month-old biological asset, a total of 30. Okay, 10 plus 20 here. Okay, and for the 2003, all right, the animal that is 2.5, all right, there are 25. Okay, and the animal age 4, there'll be 100. Right, so you still get the same answer. Okay. So if they ask for journal entries, okay, journal entries, all right, so let's just, like a revision, okay, let's just revise, okay, because you don't know what will come up in the exam. It can be, mostly of course is the computation, but they can also ask for journal entry. So let's take a look at the journal entry for the newborn. Okay, let's say they ask you for the journal entry for the newborn animal. All right, on 1st of May. Okay, 1st of May. How do you journalize or how do you record, all right, the newborn? Okay, so you debit biological asset, all right, and then you credit SOFO, okay, with the gain. Okay, in the value. All right, and the figure will be this one, 400 times 10, okay, which is 4,000. Okay, so that is how we journalize. Okay, all right, and if they ask you to journalize the purchase, all right, purchase of the animals for the purchase, which is on 1st of July. Okay, this is for the acquisition of biological assets. Then your journal entry would be to debit your biological asset and credit. Okay, how did they purchase it? Okay, they didn't say. All right, so it can be, your answer can be cash, bank, tables. Okay, all these are acceptable answers. All right, all these are acceptable answers. Sorry, cash, bank, and tables. So how much is the amount purchased? All right, it's 2 months old, so you can take the figure from here. Okay, 20 on that date, 10,000. Okay, that is the cost of the purchase. All right, so this will be journal entry. So of course, if they ask for journal entries on the gain, so gain will be credit to SOFO and you debit your biological asset. The questions may also require for the statement. How do you prepare the statement? Okay, all right, how to prepare the statement of, okay, all right, let's take a look at the statement. Right? How would you prepare the statement of okay, so what appear in the statement of profit and loss will be all this gain, right? So under income, okay, gain in fair value, okay, changes for your biological asset. All right, so this is the total figure. Okay, 15,250 plus 44750. So that is your total. Okay, you can also show a separate figure, okay, for physical and price change. Okay, that's also acceptable. What about your statement of financial position at the end of the year? Okay, that will show you your biological asset at the carrying amount of 360,000. Okay, so it's under non-current asset. All right. So those are the possible kind of questions that they can ask you here for the coming test. Yeah? So just be prepared. All right. Any questions so far? Do you have any questions? No, man. No, I don't. Okay. Thank you. All right, then we move on. Okay, kita tengok lagi satu soalan. But I bet the questions are all going to be the same. Okay. All right. One last question. That would be December 19. Let's see. If it's going to be the same, then I'll just skip that one. Yeah, December 19. Okay, if I go to December 19, let me see the solution. Yeah, it's all the same. Okay, so they ask for what's the definitions. All right, see definition, agricultural produce, computation, all the same. You can see the request for the journal entries. Okay, right. Okay, so I think I don't have to finish off with December 19. All right, so if you don't have any question on biological asset, then probably we just revise a bit on the intangible assets. If you have any question, anything on IA that you want to clarify? Tak ada. So far, okay. Saya rasa saya dah bagi. Can you check your GC? Can you check your GC? The answer scheme for December 19. Rasanya saya dah bagi. Okay. Alright. Check your GC first, yeah. Solution for, okay, last night, okay, I posted the solution. Ada, saya dah bagi dah.
Ada, Madam.
So, solution untuk IA, intangible asset, and also solution for biological asset. So, this will be used for your upcoming revision, okay? But use that for revision, and of course, if you have any further questions, yeah, you are free to ask, okay? All right, so I've already February, December, 18, September, July, semua saya dah bagi. Ya, dua topik. Alright. Everyone seems to be quiet, tak ada soalan. Jadi, kalau macam tu, we move on to the next topic. Alright, which is compare and contrast. Now again, the topic compare and contrast ni, alright, is very much pun boleh membantu awak untuk your coming test. Okay, so let's go straight to the question. Okay, I want to close this one first.